Hello, I'm Dr. Lewis Hassel, and I'd like to share with you a few thoughts about um, your health and how to have a more abundant and healthy life. I'm a physician, a pathologist, meaning that I study all of the effects of disease. I've seen lots of different kinds of diseases, both in the forms of various cancers and other abnormal findings over the course of my career, which has included doing a number of autopsies. It's always distressing to me to see the effects of cardiovascular disease on people who, for various reasons, may have to have a leg amputated or may suffer a heart attack or have other problems that are related often to three very important factors in their life. And these are things that I would like to emphasize to you at this point, and we'll talk more about them on another session. The first is nutrition. It is so important to have a diet that is properly balanced. And there's a lot of conflicting information in the social media and in various other sources that has been influenced by a number of factors, people with a motive to persuade you to eat more of this or less of that. But essentially a diet that is rich in natural foods, rich in grains and unprocessed foods, is healthier than one which is heavy on processed foods, refined sugars or fats, and dense with animal proteins. We were designed and grew up to be primarily vegetarian. Our ancestors and our development as individuals is much healthier when we operate from a largely plant-based diet. So that's my first recommendation, is to consider moving more towards a plant-based diet, using animal products very sparingly, if at all, and focusing on natural and unrefined foods. Food safety, I know, is an important issue for many people in Asia, and this is definitely one way to enhance the safety of the things that you eat, is to avoid processed and animal products. The second factor I would like to talk about and emphasize to you is the importance of regular, vigorous exercise. In many societies today, we have gotten away from the need to walk or run or ride a bicycle, or even to move around. Many people sit at desks, have a very sedentary lifestyle. And so it is important to recognize that that has adverse effects on your health. It can shorten your life and make what life you do have less meaningful and more significantly impaired, because you will lose those abilities to be flexible, to move around, to engage in the activities that bring joy to life in your family, your children and grandchildren. And the third aspect of health that I have found to be very important is appropriate rest. Getting enough sleep is incredibly important for so many aspects of your health. I'll cite two examples. One is that when you get adequate sleep, your brain has time to process the information from your day's activities, from your study, from your work, from your learning, and to move those things into their proper categories in your brain, whether they be long-term memories, whether they be kinesthetic memories or other things. that is a very important part of our processing of information. And people who neglect getting enough sleep or have disturbed sleep for other reasons are more likely to develop memory deficits or even intellectual impairment in the form of Alzheimer's disease as a partial consequence of improper sleep. Additionally, disturbed sleep can also affect the hormonal balances in your body and can lead to impaired judgment and poor decision making. And all of those are things that will impair your physical health. So, 3 things to remember. 1, get good quality nutrition. A plant-based or nearly plant-based diet is to be recommended, full of grains, fruits and vegetables, and unprocessed foods. 2, get regular, vigorous exercise. And by vigorous, I mean exercise that raises your heart rate. 3 or 4 times a week at a minimum, and usually 30 minutes to an hour of such exercise is preferred. Now, in that, you may include some strength training, some tonal training that can help as well. And finally, get enough rest. Sleep is not lost time. It is just productively used in a different manner. So I hope you'll remember those 3 things and find those words of advice useful from someone who has seen way too many individuals who developed cancer, who developed heart disease, who developed strokes or peripheral vascular disease or other health problems because they neglected those 3 important aspects of a good, healthy life. So until next time, it's a pleasure to talk to you.